Kevin Deierling, I'm the VP of Marketing with Mellanox Technologies. You know, I think the biggest thing happening right now is the transition in speed from 10 to 25, 50, and 100. We say that 25 is the new 10, and 100 is the new 40, and 50 is here. So I think when you look at an enterprise data center, it starts to look a lot more like the cloud. So some of our biggest customers are in the cloud. The kinds of things you guys are doing is bringing that cloud technology to the enterprise so that it's less friction, you can scale it out easily, and you achieve the efficiencies that you get in the public cloud. And you get that in your private cloud with all of your own security. So I think the biggest challenge is, first of all, just getting the technology so that it's easy to use. If you look at the public cloud, they've got 100 PhDs that can configure everything. And it's important that when you get something, it's turnkey and it just works. That you guys have done all the integration. I see our switches here. These are 50 gig networks and 100 gig networks. Making all that work and sizing things correctly, most enterprises don't have a bunch of PhDs running around to do that. So you rely on a partner like Kaminario to be able to come in and make it all work. Yeah, so composability is going to be key. I mean, you asked me what the real big technologies were. I focused on speeds, but really to take advantage of that, you need the Rocky. NVMe over Fabrics is a great way to do it, that you can really decouple your storage and your compute and really scale them independently without penalties. It used to be in the old days, if the storage was in your box, you'd get really good latency and performance. If it was remote storage, there was a compromise. Nowadays, with Rocky, with 50 gig, 100 gig, NVMe over Fabrics, you've taken away all of those penalties, and it doesn't matter whether the storage is in your box or at the other end of the data center, it all just performs and scales out. That's going to be key. So composability is great. I love the restaurant, so I go out and have a great time eating, and I kind of forget about storage and networking for a few minutes and just pig out. Okay, if I could have one superpower, it would be to have legs as strong as Lance Armstrong or somebody else so that I could beat my wife up the mountain on a bicycle. That would be my key superpower.